So this is a reconstruction of my 26.67 FMC mean at Malaysian Cube Championships 2018. So I'm just going to put the scrambles in the description. So my first solve, I started on the inverse. This is a 28 move solve, by the way. So I did EO on this axis. So the bad edges are like here, this one, and these two, right? So basically what I did was I moved this to, so I corrected these three edges. This one became bad, so now I have 4 bad edges. And then I put this one here, and then this one here, and then I did R prime, which solves the EO completely and it makes this pair, right? And I didn't find anything from here on, so I switched back to normal. So here's what it's like on normal, right? So I saw this, so F gives me this line, and then D prime solves these two edges, and it like leaves me with this pseudo block thing. And I know I can solve this pseudo block with 3 moves, which means that if I switch to inverse, I can add 3 moves from here and get a 2x2x3. So I switched to inverse after applying those 2 moves on normal, and just as I thought, I have this and this, so 2x2x3. And from here on, I basically just solved all the edges, sort of. Initially I wanted to make an F to a -1, so I connected these two like this, and then that one like this to make an F to a -1. But then I realized it's just one more move to a 5C. And that's 16 moves. It's 16 moves to a 5C, so yeah, and when I did insertions, I got a 28, which is rather unlucky, because that adds 12 moves for 5C. Usually you get like 11. Alright, so second solve, I started on the inverse as well. So I did EO again, so the bad edges are here, 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 and here, right? So I did F prime to put these 3 here, and then L to U prime to put the last one in, and then L to solve the EO, and it creates 3 pairs, which is really great. So I did U prime to make this square, and I didn't find anything from here, so I switched over. So I switched over, and did I miss scramble? I think I did. Shit. Alright, so here's the correct scramble, and as I thought, the square was already done, so I basically just went ahead and solved this 2x2x2 block because it didn't affect this. So I did, I solved this piece first, R2, U prime to move this out of the way, then B2, U2 to solve the square, and B prime to fix it. And then basically what I did here was I sort of solved the blue cross by doing U, L2, right? And this, and I'm left with this like double X cross with this F to L case. And the way to solve this F to L pair is L2 UW, I mean it's not UW, right? You get one. L2 UW prime, L2 UW, L2, which leaves me with 3C. So that was in 19 moves, and it and my insertion cancelled too, so I got a 25. Alright, third solve. I started on the normal this time. Alright, so I believe I had 6 bad edges. I did this axis again, so on all 3 of my solves I did this axis. It wasn't intentional. So here, and I think here and here. Right, so I have these, and same idea as the first solve. I did one move to fix these, as in to basically reduce it to 4 bad edges, and then I put this one here, and that one there, then solve the EO, which creates a pair. Then I did, so I basically solved this square. D prime R2 solves this square, and I switched to inverse. That doesn't look right. What? Alright, so I switched to inverse, and there's a square with EO done. And basically what happened here is I did U, B, which creates this 1x2x3, and it also puts this line here so that I can make a 2x2x3. That was purely accidental, but it worked, so can't complain. U, B, U prime. Right, and this pair was preserved throughout, so I did F, D2, which creates this pseudo... Did I do D2? No, I didn't do D2, I did FD, which creates a pseudo F12 minus 1, I think, yep. Alright, then I have to switch over to correct it, so... Alright, so I switched over, and as I thought, this was here. So I solved the square, and this F12 paired was next, so I basically cancelled into it. And what do you know, it's 3C in 19 moves. But on this one there were no pure insertions, so I inserted a per special to cancel 4 moves, which left me with 27. So 28, 25, 27 equals 26.67. Yay.